Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy T Strange here with the BMF Project. This is something I've wanted to do for some time now. Uh, First of all, having the resources to do it, the know-how, and everything else, along with along with the credibility to talk some shit and actually give some advice and some perspective. In the words of Mark Bell, I feel like I've put a few points on the scoreboard over the past several years, and man, I've had some really good people in my life help me with a lot of challenges that I've had, and I see a lot of young guys suffering unnecessarily. Well, their suffering isn't a virtue. It's not helping anything out. Life is full of fucking suffering, and a lot of that suffering is actually good for us that we don't like to think about. But I digress. Anyway, this is a way for me to give back and to help you guys try to achieve self mastery and your own badassery along the way. So, um, everything that I've learned has either come from personal experience, which is the best teacher of all, and influences, whether those influences are the mentors that I've been fortunate enough to have face to face. This could be mentors in the regards of YouTube and social media, as silly as that sounds, and all the way to literature, to books. And that's what I wanted to talk about in the first episode of all this shit. Are the three books that really changed and shaped and molded my mindset and my belief system. Pretty much, I mean, just the fucking way that I live, honestly. So let's just fucking get started. Okay, first book that I would highly recommend. Let's get there in the fucking camera. I'm going backwards here. Is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankyl. Okay, just a little bit of backstory on this. Viktor Frankyl was a Jew, and he was put into a concentration camp during the heyday of the Nazis. Once he was in Auschwitz, he was stripped of his life's work, which was decades and decades. He was a doctor. He was a psychologist, right? And his life works were stripped from him. Everything was stripped from this man. The first half of the book is his personal account of what happened there in the concentration camp, the daily struggles, what he saw his buddies going through, and all the way to the point of liberation, where they were ultimately set free by good old U.S. of A. Right. So, and the second half is about logotherapy, which is what he dubbed. It's his own philosophy, if you will, of the human psyche. And the whole point of it is once, as long as a man has a will to survive, he will. And it's not about the things that happen outside of ourselves. It's the things that happen within ourselves that control the way that we perceive reality to be. Man, it's some heavy shit. Anytime I'm facing like an existential challenge, I'm getting down, man. Life feels too big. I turn to this book, man. I've read this thing 4 or 5 fucking times, maybe more than that, honestly. It gives me some perspective outside of myself and says, hey, motherfucker, you ain't got it all that bad. But it also tells me that I'm in control of how I feel, who I am, and how I carry myself, man. This is an excellent fucking read right here. I believe it was Elliot Hulse, an old YouTuber. He used to be good. Now he's all fucking whacked out. But anyway, he was the one who suggested this book. And, man, I love it. This is, if you're struggling with life, the gravity of life, man, the challenges and goddamn suffering that make no sense, that you can't put it together, this book will help you. And I've given this book to several people. I don't think they read it. Nobody that I gave it to called and told me how awesome it was, so I doubt they read it. But this will change your life, man. 100%. This will make you more resilient to the hardships of life and the unfairness of life. Great fucking read. Okay. That one's out of the way. Okay, second favorite book here is The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. This was a book that was recommended to me from an old real estate guru, coach, YouTube guy, right? So you can tell where, there's a common fucking pattern here, right, of where I'm getting my information. But so basically here, The Magic of Believing, it goes into detail about how, very, very similar to Viktor Frankl, honestly, what we believe is our reality. And the magic of believing, if we sincerely believe in a thing, It's so. I mean, you take this with anybody like Christians that have prayed for a certain thing, and they've gotten that thing. I can tell you some crazy experiences that have happened to me that. Uh, Dude, there's no fucking way that the coincidence of this reality of this world would have given me the things that I had believed and had pictured. Um, it's fucking amazing, man. It chokes me up when I really think about it. And someday I'll show you guys an old vision board, and 5 years later, having fucking everything came to fruition. It's honestly amazing. But for those that didn't have an awesome fucking childhood, that didn't have a lot of people to say, "Hey, man, I love you. You're a bad motherfucker. You're going places." You know, a lot of us, I would say most all of us, man, we deal with some crazy self doubt. I mean, I did this. This was my personal biggest challenge in regards to self mastery, and it still is. I mean, it's still we're programmed as young men and as young women from well meaning friends, from fucking teachers, from family that tell us who we're supposed to be, right? Um, like for example, growing up for me, it was my pinnacle of existence given to me from my family that I would get a good job with benefits, which means I'm going to work at the fucking magazine factory for the rest of my life, 12-hour swing shifts. Now, not to say there's anything wrong with that. I don't want to sound pretentious with this and be like, oh, look at you doing this. No, man, everybody has a different truth to their life, man. And there's those people that I had worked with at those times that are still my fucking family. Dude, I'll go to the death for those guys. And if y'all are listening, you know who I'm talking about as well. Um, but that wasn't what was in the cards for me. I didn't want that. That isn't what filled my soul. So as I was taking this journey of personal discovery, I was hit with a lot of fucking self doubt, man. If any of you guys have ever tried to work for yourself, or you got your real estate license, or you're selling insurance, or anything where you are production based, you are incentivized to produce, and if you don't fucking kill, you don't fucking eat. You gotta hunt to fucking kill. You gotta kill to fucking eat. And there's a lot of challenge in that, man. If your back's against the wall and you have a family to support, perhaps child support, all your other bills and everything else, dude, you can get suffocated in fucking self-doubt. Well, think about your goddamn dreams. I mean, do you like playing music? Were you ever an athlete? Was there ever anything extremely challenging that you loved, man, that you fucking loved, but you didn't believe in yourself? That you gave up on yourself because you didn't think that you could fucking do it. Man, that was me my entire 20s. I can look back at those times now, and there's no remorse, I would say. I don't regret anything that I've done necessarily. However, I could have propelled myself to much greater places in my life had I just fucking believed in myself. Now, there's a lot that goes into that too. I was fortunate enough to find some really good mentors that changed my life, and I hope before I pass away, I can give back to them what they gave to me, man. But in regards to self-belief, dude, you got to go to fucking work on it. If we're trying to take care of all these years of programming, the world's hard. There's not enough money to go around. If you have money, you're a bad person. All women are bad. Whatever these stupid fucking beliefs that you have, stupid fucking beliefs you have that have been put into your system, into your subconscious as a young man, a young woman, dude, it's going to take forever to go back there and reprogram yourself. It's going to be a daily fucking struggle. And that was where this book helped me, man. I've read this book several times. This is not the copy I've used. My last one was beat to hell, and I lost it in an airport. Sucks. I hate that because I'm a sentimental guy when it comes to stuff like this. So there are some really good techniques in here to actually apply. I know a lot of self-help nonsense is it just talks in theory. It's all whimsical, woo-woo, foo-foo bullshit. This actually gives you steps to take to improve your self-belief. I love it, man. It's a quick read. It's not very long. It's like less than 200 pages here. Pick this one up. And listen, you can get all these fucking books on Amazon or a local bookstore for a little bit of nothing now, less than $10. So that's my second favorite right here, The Magic of Believing. Now, this last one, I would say it was probably most impeccable to my success, to personal achievement, to personal mastery. it touches on the things that Viktor Frankyl and Claude Bristol in the first two books I had shown you, but just wrapped it all together. And this is the ultimate Think and Grow Rich. This is the first copy. I may choke up a little bit here. This is the first copy that I had that was given to me by one of the first guys that ever fucking believed in me. And I still read it to this day. I'll put it on the back of my toilet. And if I'm taking a shower, if I'm feeling challenged with something, I do go back and I read this. Similar to, a Christian reading their Bible, this has different passages and different chapters that you can read on such things. Like it talks about having to have desire to get what you want. It talks about having faith in the things that you want and your ability. It talks about organized planning. It talks about specialized knowledge. It literally breaks down the science to achievement here. Man, this is an awesome book. I can't go on. And I mean, you go online and look at the reviews of this thing, and I mean, this thing has literally been the holy Bible of success right here. And I don't say that to be blasphemous by any means. I say that as a term of endearment. Napoleon Hill, he interviewed scores of people to get the information here. This is filled with stories of great men, of great achievement. And I tell you, man, there is so much practical stuff you can do in here. They give you so many different actual exercises to do within this that it's not foo-foo, it's not whimsical, it's applied knowledge. And I promise you, I mean, I guarantee it. And I hope somebody says, hey, man, it shit worked. If you do what this book tells you to do, there is no way you will not have a better life, regardless of what you apply this to. I applied these principles to when I was playing baseball in 2017. I applied these principles when I was doing my bodybuilding show, and I applied these principles to my marriage, along with building both my real estate businesses. This book is fucking amazing. So, in closing, show it off like a rap video, right? Check us out. Check us out, fool. I got books on books, son. These are my favorites. Here, throw it out there. Yeah, it's like holding a catfish, right? You hold a bass or a catfish out to the camera, makes it look bigger. Hey, I know what you're thinking, guys. Mind out of the gutter. Anyway, these are my 3 favorite books. They literally changed my life, shape and molded the man that I am today. And if you guys are looking for some answers and trying to get better, I recommend these 3 like a mother sucker. All right, guys, I love you. I'll be back again. See you.